Okay, great. I thought it was going to be a washout of rain today, but it's nice. There's a little bit of, oh no, not sunshine. There was a little sunshine earlier, but now it's just a little gray, but it is nice that it's not raining. Get outside a little bit today. So let's start laying down on our backs and just completely relax the body. Take a few moments here on your back to let the eyes be closed and let your breath just get a little bit deeper. So I have to say I'm very thankful and appreciative of Zoom. I think it's such a nice way to connect with people and at least just chit chat and see people's faces without a mask and have a conversation and check in, see how everybody's doing, see what people are fearful of or feeling good about. So I just feel really appreciative that we have this time together and now we can practice together and alleviate some of that stress and worry about the upcoming winter months. So let's just take this hour to know that we are practicing with others. We're sharing our practice. We're sharing our breath and our space with each other. It's nice to see people's homes and people in their homes. So just remember that we are all practicing together. May not be physically in the same space, but energetically, we are sharing our practice. So just begin to relax the muscles around the face. Soften through the jaw and the neck. And from here, we're just going to slowly bring the knees into the chest. So hug the knees in. Lift the low back a little bit off the floor and then bring it back down. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears and then we'll rock left to right a little bit. And then let's take the arms up overhead. So nice and slow. And then feel what you feel in the shoulders. So once the arms are up, see if you can pull the shoulder blades down. And then breathe deeply into the space between the shoulder blades. If your elbows need to be bent, that's fine. If you need to have something behind you to rest your hands on, that's also fine. And then just try to breathe deeply into the upper back between the shoulder blades. And then let's gently just lift the feet up towards the ceiling. You can point and flex the feet. Make some circles with the ankles. The knees can be bent. The legs don't need to be straight. So just take a full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we'll hug the knees into the chest. Inhale, arms reach up and back, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. You have the option to lift your forehead to your knees if that feels okay with your neck. One more time. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. So we're going to take both feet down to the floor. Feet are going to be about mat width apart. And then we're just going to windshield wiper the legs left to right. So just a little sway of the legs, opening up through the hips, opening up through the low back. And then we'll come back to center here and we're going to let the right foot reach up towards the ceiling. We're just going to interlace your hands behind the right thigh right here. So we're pressing the thigh into the hand. So we're not really thinking too much about the hamstring right now. You're just drawing the shoulders down and you're pressing your low back down. You can let the left leg go straight. If the right knee is bent, that's fine. You just want to push your thigh into your hands. You can flex the right foot if you'd like and see how that feels. And then we're just going to pause here and breathe. So it's interesting how we respond to the circumstances that we're in, kind of based on what other people are saying or what we see on social media. I've seen so many things on Facebook talking about how horrible 2020 has been. I've even seen like Christmas ornaments about how horrible 2020 has been. And I think it's easy to get caught up in that negativity trap that this whole year that we're in has just been nothing but gloom and doom. And I think it's important for us to realize, okay, pause for a second. We're going to take the right leg and draw it over to the left. So we're going to bring the right leg over to the left. Support it in any way that you'd like with your hands. And then pause and breathe. So I think it's interesting how we respond to that circumstance. We have the power to control how we feel about the whole entire year of 2020. And I think it's important to think about all the positive things we've had happen over this year. I have so many things. I have a new job. I have my kids home. I don't have to worry about my teenagers going to parties and having to worry about the stresses of drinking or doing drugs or what time they're coming home. They're all in my house. I feel super fortunate to have this extra family time. So I think it's important to have some positive thoughts and control over our thoughts about what's going on in the world. And just turn it around. Tell a different story. What can you appreciate and love about the year we've just had? So let's bring that right leg back to center. Hug the right knee into the chest and just kind of sway it left to right a little bit. Just move the right knee left to right. And then we're just going to pause with the right knee over to the right. So the knee is bent. You're holding on to the knee. It's over to the right. You're opening up through the inner thighs and the hips. And we'll take this pose a little bit deeper and a little deeper until you've reached the full expression of the pose for you. So if you want to go a little deeper, you can lift your right foot and just hold on underneath the right thigh. We're just starting to get a little bit deeper inside the right hip joint. And if you'd like to go a little deeper, you can take your right hand on your right ankle or the outside of your right foot. Try to bend your right elbow and draw the right knee down towards the right armpit. Let's pause here and breathe. So just remembering that our thoughts control our feelings and our feelings initiate our actions. So if we walk around with these negative, heavy thoughts, then we will have negative feelings. And then we might not be inspired to do positive things. Take one more full breath in. And then as you exhale, let's let that right leg go straight along the floor. Let's hug the left knee into the chest. We'll interlace our hands behind the left thigh and reach the left foot up towards the ceiling. Let's pull the shoulders down, push your thigh into your hands so you're really releasing your upper back, your low back, and your shoulders. And then just pause here. What are some of the benefits that you've had this year? Have you had more interactions with your family, maybe through Zoom, that you wouldn't have had? Are you spending more time doing productive things in your home? Cooking healthy meals, organizing, decluttering, spending more time with your family, in your immediate family. Just try to think about the positive things that have happened this year. Take one more full breath in. And then as you exhale, we're just going to take this left leg and cross it over to the right, supporting the leg in any way that you need. You can use your right hand, your left hand, You're just reaching the right leg across. I'm sorry, your left leg across to the right. Left shoulder is down. And then you're just breathing with ease here and pausing. Pause to connect with your breath. Notice what you're feeling. Notice how you're feeling. Softening the body through this pose that might feel tight. Take another deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let's bring that left leg back to center. Hug the left knee into the chest. Gentle sway left to right with that left knee drawn in. And then we're going to open the left knee to the left. You can stay right here. This is perfect. You're getting a little bit deeper into your right hip flexor, the left inner thigh, the left hip. If you want to go a little deeper, you can lift your left foot, hold on to the back of the left knee and draw your left knee towards your left shoulder. Or you can hold the ankle or the outside of your left foot. And breathe deeply here as we release tightness and tension in the left hip joint. Relax through the shoulders, ground down through the back. Deep, easy breaths. Finding softness where there might be tightness. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let's slowly release. Let your left foot go straight along the floor, arms reach overhead. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears, open up the space between the shoulder blades in the back. Take a full breath in, and then a full breath out. One at a time, bend each knee to bring each foot to the floor. We'll bring the knees into the chest. We'll lift the feet up towards the ceiling. Take a full breath in, and then exhale, hug the knees into the chest. 2 more breaths, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees in. One more time, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. From here, we're going to slowly and gently transition up to seated. You can rock front to back if you would like and roll yourself up to sit, or go to one side and gently push yourself up. So we're going to come into a seated pose, and we're going to use a strap. So if you'd like to sit up a little higher on something, feel free. You can put a folded blanket under your seat. So we're going to sit cross-legged. And if cross-legged is super uncomfortable for you, then modify. You can always just bring the soles of the feet together. And then you're going to have your strap in front of you. Okay, so however you're sitting cross-legged, I want you to switch the cross of your legs. So we get into a lot of habitual patterns in the body, maybe always carrying the purse on one side or spending a lot of time obviously at a computer where the mouse is always on the right. So just changing up the body into a different pattern that we're used to is a nice way to just create some balance. All right, so let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, really filling up the lungs, and then exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. And exhale, out and down. Good, one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, here we're going to take the strap. If you have your strap put together in a loop, then you can take your thumbs and just have it in the loop, or you can just hold on to a strap and have your arms be pretty wide apart. So you can see how that feels. I'm going to make my loop a little bit wider, a little bit bigger, so that my arms can go wide. Okay, so from here, if you don't have a strap and you're modifying, you can just hold your hands out. And you don't have to use a yoga strap. You can use anything, dog leash, whatever you have. All right, inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Pause at the top. Relax the shoulders, and then exhale, lower. Let the shoulders relax. Inhale, reach the arms up to the top. Relax the shoulders, and then exhale down. We're going to take one more, just like that. Inhale, up to the top, pause. Exhale down. Okay, we're going to lift up and over. So if that doesn't feel good, you're going to bend your elbows. We're going to inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, if you can go back and down, feel free. If not, just bend the elbows and bring the arms back up and to the front. Beautiful. 2 more times like that. Inhale, reach the arms up. This is slow and controlled. Exhale to the back and down. Inhale up and exhale forward. Good. One more time. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale back. One more time. Inhale up and exhale forward. All right, let's put the strap down. Let your hands just rest on your knees, and we're just going to roll the shoulders up, back, and down, forward, up, back, and down. And one more time, just like that. Forward, up, back, and down. And let's switch directions. We're going to go back, up, forward, and down, back, up, and around. Just really getting nice movement into the shoulders and down. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. We're going to interlace the hands and then rest your hands at the back of your head. Relax your shoulders. Open up the elbows just a little bit more and let your head lean back into your hands. Relax the space between the shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, tuck the chin, let the elbows hug in, and just let the hands gently guide your head down. Inhale, lift the head, lean back, open, and exhale. Let the head drop down. Try to keep the spine nice and tall still. One more time like that. Inhale, lean back. And exhale, let the head drop down, elbows in. Coming back to center, let's open and then release. Okay, we're going to take the strap and place it into your left hand. Your left hand is reaching up towards the ceiling. You're just going to bend your left elbow and let your hand relax and let the strap just hang down. You're going to take your right arm out to the side, rotate your palm so the palm is facing the back of the room and your thumb is down. Back of the hand goes to your low back and then creeps up your mid back, maybe reaching for the strap. Okay, pause here. Soften the neck. Let both elbows reach away from each other. Breathe deeply as you relax your shoulders. And then if you'd like to go a little deeper, you can hinge forward. Hinging forward here. Lengthening the back. Keep the back nice and tall, so not really rounding. The crown of the head is reaching away from the tailbone. You're getting deep in your shoulders. Take a full breath in here, and then as you exhale, Make your way back up to center and then release. Let both arms come down, shake them out a little bit, and then we're going to switch sides. So the right hand holds the strap, the right hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Bend the elbow so your right hand is reaching down your back. Left hand reaches out to the side, thumb down, back of the hand on the low back, and then creeps up the back. Some people are super loose in their shoulders here, and you can just clasp your hands and forget the strap. That's fine. My fingers do not reach each other, so I am using the strap. So elbows away from each other. You'll feel this in the front of your left shoulder. So just relax and pause and breathe. If you'd like to hinge forward, you can. Lengthen the crown of the head. Elbows away from each other, shoulders relaxed. You can always slide your hands further apart from each other if this is too deep. Breathe deeply. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Let's come on back up. Release the arms and shake them out. Whew. Okay. You're going to move the strap and we're going to come on to hands and knees. So feel free to put something underneath your knees if you'd like. We're going to come into child's pose with parallel knees. So the knees are not going too wide yet. The big toes are going to touch. Hips are sinking down towards your heels. Forehead is going to come down to the floor. If it doesn't reach the floor comfortably, then you can stack your fists and let your forehead rest on your fists. If you want to feel a little bit of a deeper release in your neck, let your head ground down, maybe on a block or the floor. And then to create a little bit more of a release in the neck, you can interlace your hands and let your hands rest on the back of your head while the elbows are out to the side. Breathe here. Let the shoulders slide down the back. Releasing tightness and tension around the neck. Okay, from here, take your arms way out in front. We're going to tent the fingertips so your arms lift off the floor. Forehead down. Relax the neck and shoulder blades. Breathe deeply. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Let's come up onto hands and knees here. So coming up onto hands and knees, you want your wrists underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. I like my wrists a little bit more in front of my shoulders, takes the pressure off the wrists. Fingers are turned out a little bit, spread nice and wide. We're going to move the spine with your breath. Curl the toes under, gently drop the belly, drop the chest, lift the chin. As you exhale, tuck the chin, round the back a lot. Tops of the feet press down. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop your belly, lift the chin. And exhale, tuck the chin, round the back, tops of the feet press down. One more time, just like that. Inhale, open up through the front. And exhale, open up through the back. So we're going to come to neutral spine here. The left foot's going to go straight back. Toes are on the floor. Just gently rock front to back a little bit. So you're just stretching out the bottom of your foot through the toes, the heel, the calf. And then we're going to come back to center and just pause. Keep the left toes down. The right hand is reaching towards the front of the room. Relax your shoulder. Pull it back. You're just going to lift your left foot about 2 inches off the floor and then draw your belly button in towards your spine. Pause here and breathe. Keep the left foot low. So we're focusing a little bit more on the low back and the core here. Strengthening through the shoulders, but relaxing through the neck. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, the right hand comes down to the floor. Left toes find the floor behind you. We're going to pivot your right foot to the right. Roll to the arch of your left foot. Press the left foot flat down into the floor as you lift your left hand up towards the ceiling. Relax both shoulders away from your ears. Move your hips forward a little bit. Good. If you'd like to go a little deeper, you can lift your left foot. And if you want to reach your top arm overhead towards the front of the room and then pull your shoulder back, you can. So we're breathing here, building some strength in that right shoulder and the right hip. Not just through the muscles, but also in the bones. So breathe deeply here. Take one more full breath in, and then as you exhale, slowly bring the left hand down, the left knee down. We're going to bring the knees together. Tops of the feet come down. The big toes touch and your hips come down towards your heels. Forehead comes down and the backs of your hands rest by your feet. You're going to roll your forehead left to right here, letting your hips and your torso sway with you. Thinking about releasing tightness and tension in the neck. Really ground down through the forehead. Letting the shoulders completely relax. Opening up that space between the shoulder blades and breathing deeply into that space. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Let's come back up onto hands and knees. Take the knees a little bit wider, so now that they're parallel underneath the hips. And we'll take 3 breaths here. You're just moving your spine and neck with your breath gently and with awareness. As you inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift the chin. A lot of people rush through this pose because we do it so often. Do it as if you're doing it for the first time ever. Feel what you feel all along the way as you move with the breath. Inhaling, dropping the belly, dropping the chest, lifting the chin. Exhale, tucking the chin, rounding the back. I like to think about that as poses that we do often. This is the first time you've ever done this pose today in this moment. So feel it brand new and experience it. See what it feels like through the body. All right, we'll come back to neutral. The right foot steps back, toes down. Just gently rock front to back. Just stretching out through the calf, through the toes, the arch, and the heel. And then coming back to center. Hips are even. The left hand is going to reach forward, but relax that left shoulder. Your right foot is just lifting about 2 inches off the floor. Pull your belly in towards your spine. So really draw that belly in a lot. So this is strengthening the core and your low back, as well as your left hip and your right shoulder. Lengthen through the neck. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, left hand comes down, right toes go straight back behind you. Pivot your left foot to the left, roll to the arch of your right foot. Reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. So you can just see how this feels in your neck. If you have tightness in the neck, maybe you want to just look down. If you're able to look straight ahead or up, that's fine. If you want to lift your right foot off the floor, you can. Just don't take it any higher than your hip. And your right arm can reach overhead if you'd like. Try to relax both shoulders away from the ears. See if you're collapsing anywhere. Lots of space. Push your hips and your pelvis forward. Notice the change in the pose. Notice the strength in your back and your core when you don't have your hips back. Pull them, push them forward. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, make your way down. We're going to come into a wide knee child's pose this time. Knees are going to go wide, big toes touch. Let the head sink down. Let your chest sink down. Let your arms reach way out in front. Pull the shoulders back. Breathe deeply into your back. Take a nice full deep breath in here. And a full deep breath out. And then from here, we're going to come back up onto hands and knees. And we're going to step your right foot forward up between your hands. If you have blocks and you'd like to use them, you can have your hands on blocks framing your front foot. If you don't have blocks, you can improvise and use a stack of books, or you can come up onto your fingertips. So we're going to let the right knee be right over your right ankle, and your left hip is sinking down. So just pause here, pull the shoulders down, relax the neck. We're going to go a little bit stronger here by curling your left toes under and lifting your left knee. So now we're a little bit stronger in the legs. You're able to breathe here. We're breathing. If you want to go a little bit stronger, one fingertip is touching the floor. Or hands reach behind you. Lengthen through your spine. You can interlace your hands behind your back if you'd like. And pull your knuckles back. Pull the shoulders down. Left leg is straight. Right knee is at a 90-degree angle. You're strong in your thighs. You're breathing. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. We'll bring both hands back down to the floor. Drop your left knee. Relax the top of your left foot. Both hands are going to come to the inside now of your right foot. You're going to turn your right foot to about 2 o'clock. Roll to the pinky side of your right foot. You can come down onto the palms of the hands. You can come down onto forearms. If you have blocks, maybe you bring your forearms down onto the block. You can sway left to right. You can place your right hand on your right knee and open your chest towards the right. These are all just suggestions on how to make this pose feel better for you. But we're deep in the left hip flexor. And we're opening up the right hip. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. We're going to come back to center. Turn your right toes forward again. And then walk your hands back. You might even come up so that your hands are on your hips. Your right leg is going to be straight. And then you're just going to lift your toes so you're on your heel. Push your heel down. Pull your right hip back. You can stay upright or you can hinge forward. You could have your hands down, framing your foot on the inside, on blocks, wherever you want to be. Just pull that right heel back. Pull your right hip back. Beautiful. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then here you're just going to drag your right heel all the way back and then just switch sides. Left foot comes forward. Framing your front foot. Your right knee is back. Your hips are sinking down. Pause here. Relax the top of your right foot. We're just pausing. Hands can be on blocks. You can be on your fingertips. Pull the shoulders back. A little bit deeper. We're going to curl the toes under and lift the knee. You can always keep the knee down. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. If you want to feel a little stronger in the legs, fingertips. Just one fingertip on the floor of each hand. Or you take your hands behind you. You can interlace your hands and pull back with the knuckles, or your hands can just be reaching back. Back thigh is super strong. Your front thigh is strong. Knee is right over the ankle. Belly is pulled in, lengthening through the spine and neck. Pause here and breathe. You are stronger than you think. Dig deep. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, bring the hands down. Right knee comes down. Top of the right foot comes down. Move your left hand to the big toe side of your left foot. Turn your left toes to about 10 o'clock. Roll to the pinky side of your left foot. Sway left to right. Relax the head and neck. Breathe here. If you want to come down lower, you can onto forearms. You don't have to. You can have your left hand on your left knee if you want, turning your chest to the left. Take a full deep breath in. As you exhale, release any tightness or tension that you're holding on to in the hip. And let's slowly make our way back up to that counter stretch of the runner's stretch. So you just bring the hands back up, left toes face forward, walk your hands back so you can come up onto your right knee. Hands can be on the hips. Pull your toes back, heel is down. You can hinge forward here from the hips. You can stay here with your hands not on the floor, or you can bring your hands down. Try not to round in the back. Your knee does not need to be straight. You're just pulling your hip back, pushing the heel down. Take one more full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to drag your knee back. Come into a child's pose. Anywhere you like your knees. Head is going to drop down. And your hands are just going to be by your side. So I have my hands kind of by my ears, in between my ears and my shoulders, just down on the mat. With your hands down, you're just going to slowly roll up, lifting your hips. You're rolling onto the top of your head, but not past the center of your head. And then you're just going to roll back down. We're going to roll diagonally to the right. And then back down. Roll diagonally to the left. This is really good if you have tension headaches or migraines or carry tension in your neck. So you can take this in circles if you'd like. You can continue to go center and then left to right. You can make circles in one direction and then the other. And then when you're ready, you'll come back to center. You'll interlace your hands again at the back of your head, elbows out to the side, and then you're just going to take your thumbs and give your neck a little massage here. When was the last time you paused and gave yourself a little massage? So anywhere in the neck that feels a little tight, let your thumbs get in there. Forehead is grounded down. Releasing tension that we may be holding on to in the neck as you relax through your shoulders. We're going to take one more full breath in here. And then as you exhale, release the hands in front of you, lift the head. You're going to come onto hands and knees. We're going to walk your hands back to your knees. Curl your toes under, lift the knees, and roll back onto your feet. Your feet are hip width apart. Knees are bent, and your belly is resting on your thighs. We're going to take both hands, place them underneath your feet, palms facing up. So you're stepping on your hands. Your feet are at your toes are at your wrist crease. Let your head hang completely heavy. And then just start to pull up. Pull up with the center of your back. Pull up with the space between your shoulder blades. Pull up with your mid back, your low back. Knees are still bent. They don't need to go any straighter. You're pulling up, releasing tension all the way up the spine, shoulders, and neck. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Relax. Okay, from here, you're just going to turn sideways. So that now you have the long end of the mat left to right. You're going to step your right foot out to the right and walk your hands to the center in between your feet. If you need to have your hands on blocks or you need to have your knees bent, that's fine. Lengthen your spine here as you drop your chest, relax your shoulders. Your right hand is going to come down to the floor. Your left hand, as you inhale, will open up to the left. You're just going to reach it up, lengthen through the neck, twist from your upper back, and then as you exhale, slowly bring that left hand down. Inhale, the right hand reaches out to the right. This is your upper back, shoulders, turning your head to get into your neck. Exhale, let that right hand come down. Moving with your breath through windmill. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Really reach. Exhale, center. Inhale, left, turn, pull the shoulders down. Exhale, center. One more time. Inhale to the right. Exhale, center. Drop the head. Shake out the neck. Shake out the head. You're going to heel toe your feet towards each other and then step back and drop a knee. Step back, drop the other knee. Lean over onto your left hip. send your feet around to the front. And we're going to sit with the feet down on the floor in front of us. Hands are going to reach behind you. Fingertips pointing towards your seat. So you're just going to bend your elbows a little bit and then lift and push the chest up. Peel the shoulders open. So the shoulders are open, the chest is lifted. Breathe deeply here. And then relax. Okay, we're going to go a little bit deeper. You're going to lift your hips. So you're in a reverse table. Open up your shoulders, lift your chest. I like my chin tucked because I have a tight neck. If you feel comfortable letting the head drop back, you can. Open up through the chest, open up through the shoulders, lift your seat, breathe deeply, and then slowly make your way down. Okay, you're going to hold on underneath the knees. You're just going to slightly curl back. So you have a little bit of a round in your back here. Then you're going to lift your chest. So your back is strong, but the chest is lifted. Heels are pressing down, toes are up. Lean back a little bit more. If you can lift your hands off of your legs, great. If you want to lift your feet, great. You don't have to. You can point, you can flex, you can have the heels down. You're breathing. You can take the hands a little wider and higher. Things are starting to shake and quiver. That's good. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, hands behind your knees and just roll back down onto your back. So come on down onto the back. Feet are going to be mat width apart, knees bent, and you're just going to windshield wiper. Left to right. Release that back. Let go through the hips. You can turn your head in the opposite direction of your legs. So when your legs go right, you can turn your head to the left. When your legs go left, you can turn your head to the right. Keep going a few times. Okay, from here you have the option to let your legs go right and then pause. You can turn your head to your left and stay here. If you want this to feel deeper, you can bring your legs back to center. You can cross your left thigh over your right thigh. Scoot your hips over to the left and let both legs drop over to the right. So those are two different variations of a twist. Head is turned over your left shoulder. Arms are reaching away from each other. Breathe into wherever you're feeling tightness right here. Lengthen through the spine. Open through the chest. Breathe into the belly. Take one more full breath in. And then as you exhale, come back to center. Uncross the knees if they are crossed. You can have even out your hips. You can have your feet mat width apart and just let the legs drop over to the left. Or feet get a little bit closer together. Right thigh crosses over the left thigh. Hips scoot over to the right and the legs drop to the left. Right right shoulder's down, right arm is reaching away. You can turn your head to the right. Just breathe deeply. Eyes are closed. Shoulders are relaxed. You can have your head turning to the right. Take one more full breath in here. And then as you exhale, uncross the legs if they're crossed. Hips come back to center. Knees come into the chest. If you'd like to take a happy baby to neutralize out the spine after a twist, you can. Holding on to the outsides of the feet, press your low back down. Shoulders pull down away from the ears. You can rock left to right if you'd like. Just pause here and breathe. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let's slowly let the feet come down. And we'll find Shavasana, final relaxation pose. So if you're comfortable with your legs out straight, you can have them out straight. If you need something underneath your knees, please do so. Let the entire back body melt down into the ground. So feeling grounded in the back of the head, the shoulders, the hips and legs. Try to feel light in the front of the body, around the face, neck and throat, around your heart and lungs. Let the belly just rise and fall as you breathe. And just take the last few moments of your practice to let the energy that you've created settle. You moved a lot around in the body. So just let some of that tension go. Let your breath flow with ease. Slowly allow your breath to get a little bit deeper. And begin to move your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet. then taking your time, we'll slowly and gently transition out of Shavasana. Take your time, move gently. And we'll come up to seated. And then once you're sitting, just take a moment to sit with the eyes closed. Placing your right hand over your heart and the left hand over your right hand. So remember that we are all connected. Not only are we here on this planet with each other, much more importantly, we're here for each other. Let's bring the palms together in front of your heart center to honor your practice and honor each other. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.